Hello everyone, thank you for stopping by my channel. Today is Sunday Slow Stitch with Rita, and you were with me, I think it was last week or the week before. We were working on this little bag that I'm making, and I was just laying things out to see if I need to add anything else. So I'm not sure. I thought there's an area here that the way I could unstitch that, if you can see it, unstitch it here and move this in, but that was the way it was crocheted. So I found this little piece here, and it has a bow on it, and I thought maybe I would just lay this down at the bottom. Looks like I'm going to have to put that on first before I sew those bows, or the tail of the bow there. And then I wanted to add something else up here, but I've tried several things. This is going to go to my niece. These are very light in color, and I don't know that she'll appreciate how hard it is to find these pretty appliques. So, yeah, I love this one here, but then again, like I said, she may never use it, never pick it up. Who knows? The younger generation of kids. And then I've had this butterfly that a friend of mine gave me several butterflies, Christine. And I tried to dye one with watercolor, and I tried to make a peachy color, but it's really, I don't know, I guess maybe the drier it gets, it's still wet. That might work, coming off of or like it's sitting on a flower. I thought that might look good. And then I've got all these little laces that I got from, her name is on Etsy. It's the Creator's Addict. And this one, I think, this one's 15 pieces of bits. And I didn't see that one. Okay. Now, these are really nice pieces. I mean, there's 15 of them, but they're all vintage. These are all vintage, and you know, you're not going to find these at Hobby Lobby or online or anything. These are all pieces of her vintage collection, I guess. But yeah, I've bought from her before, and I used every one of them up. I don't have any. So then, and I also bought this one. This one was, I don't think she marked it, but it's like 20, one was 20 pieces and one was 15. So, these are not as vintage as that packet. So, you know, I mean, you can tell that they're just a little bit newer. Could be the 70s, 80s, 60s, but not antique, vintage. So, I thought I could use something of this in here. I just really like the way that looks. You know, how you try something. I like this. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe that. Oh, gosh. It's kind of almost like the basket sitting on a table. You know what I mean? Like it's got a base to it. And then it also has this bow down here. And some of this is going to be trimmed in. Like so. Because I'll be putting an edge on it. Well, I think I'm gonna keep that one and that one. But I do like the idea of having something at the bottom. And that is, I was going to run ribbon through there, but I just decided not to. I just didn't have the right ribbon. I could just do something like that. Oh, darn. I love this one. I love all of them. That's the problem. I don't want to give them up. Maybe I should go look at my Hobby Lobby stuff. I don't have a lot. There's a buzzing noise outside. I can hear it. It's just in my head. I thought it was my ceiling fan, but it's not. So I turned off the fan part. Maybe it would look better if I just did something simple here, like from there. Let me see. I hope you don't mind me just trying to see what I want to use. Okay, this part's not going to flip over the top. This part is going to flip over. So I'm just looking to see if I could. Nah. I thought that would be cute, just coming off of one of these flowers, kind of. Or maybe just above it. So I have that, or I have the white ones. But I just feel like it's too white. I have tons of this stuff, but I just don't want to take the time to go through everything with the... Oh, there's another one of those. I wonder where I got these. Huh. Everything is all wrinkled in here because it's been pushed in here so long. Because I was just kind of thinking maybe something or like that maybe. It's hard to... It is hard to decide. Okay, well, I just don't see something that's... This might be some of the lace. I think all her laces I had in here. This might be one of hers too. I may just have to go with the one that I didn't want to use because I think it looks the best. It's the same tone as the basket. I need to look at it from a distance too. It's hard to tell sometimes. Okay, well, let's just get this on. Actually, I could sew these on and get them stable. And I think I like the two lighter ones too. So let's see, what can I do? I can... Oh, I meant to tell you too, I did some thread painting of what I would what I know about thread painting, and I don't actually care for it too much. So what I did was I did some thread painted. I don't know where it is. Maybe I took it out. Then I decided, okay, I'm going to go back with a blanket stitch and stitch these long stitches, but do a blanket stitch so that they were more even. The satin stitch, I just couldn't get them to be even. I don't know. Then over here, some of this is blanket stitch here too. And, oh, that's satin stitch right there. And I did blanket stitch here. And here I just did a stem stitch all the way around, and then came back and forth in the center of that. So if you maybe don't like to do satin stitch, I think that's kind of cool. It's just laid down in there like it just stitches. I did the same thing over here. I think you could see it's like a stem stitch, and I just kind of made some short, some long, but I didn't do a lot of it. This is all stem stitch here that's white or a cream color. This is all, I don't know what that one is, stem stitch, or maybe this one's a blanket stitch in there, and a stem stitch up in here. So anyway, so I thought I could maybe do, you know, like a pistol stitch in the center of these. And I don't know if I want to use a variety of colors. I use this one in here. Oh, that's the same. That's the one I used. I was looking, let's see, what did I do with this? Oh, I don't know if I want to use that rusty color. And that's where it's tangled. That might work for this one here in this area. This one, that one over there. And I have a light pink. I wished I had peach. Let's look again. I think I might have peach-ish. That one looks good too. Then I have this really light, like a tangerine. Or this one is good. This one is a finer yarn. I have this light blue. Okay, well, oh, I love this color. Ooh, that does go with that. I wonder if I could stitch around this with this. I think I might. I think that would look nice. Okay. Here we go, changing mind again. Oh, my back is a little bit sore today. Sitting here. I thought maybe I had a little bit of something. This one is like little tiny leftover hunks. Okay, well, I'm just going to hold off on stitching this down until I decide. So I won't stitch down here yet. I'll just do these pistol stitches on the what do you call them? It's on the tip of my tongue. Yo-yos. Oh, wrong end. This is Amazon brand. Well, it's not Amazon brand, it's Get this needle threaded. Come on. I hate it when it splits like that. All right. Different glasses. If you see my glasses in the camera, I have like a clip-on magnifying glasses over my other glasses, that my prescriptions. Oh my gosh, come on. I don't know if all of threads are like this. There it goes. Just sometimes just doesn't want to go. Okay. These are probably going to move all over the place, but I don't care. Put them back. So I'm going to come up in the center, which is kind of hard to tell where that is. There. And then I think I'll go 3 times and come back down on the side. Leave that thread long going across there. I really need my pillow or something to... Okay, I'm a little rusty. It's the first stitch of the day. And I don't know how many like little prongs to bring out on these, but I just kind of go around it until I think it looks right. Like maybe 6 of them or something. Center. And you can do a blanket stitch around these if you wanted. You don't have to do this pistol stitch, which is if I do, this is a don't do that. A French knot, basically. Okay. All my pen cushions are full of pens. I wanted to put, I like to have a surface below when I stab it so that it holds my needle in place until I can get my thread down. And when I work on my lap, I have a pillow that sits on my lap. Okay. So I kind of wanted to do Roxy's, not Roxy, I'm sorry, Corrine, to be loved by treasures, something like that, with Corrine. I'm sure everyone has probably watched her. She's very popular in the slow stitching world. And she's going to make a quilt. Hand sewn. Gnats. We have, I guess it's gnat season. See, I can't get this to lay down if I don't. You know what? I'm going to take that out because I could tell already. See, it's already in a knot. Darn. It's got a knot, but I don't know if it'll. I'm going to use this. Might scorn you. Just set this underneath it. I know it's silly, but I hope this goes through because I know there's a knot in the thread. But see, then I can lift it up after I get the knot stabilized. Oh, darn you. I knew that was going to happen. It's just... All right, let me put you on pause while I straighten this out. Okay, I'm back. I just went ahead and finished that one off because I ran out of thread. So, and I got a bigger needle because it was too hard to thread that needle. And I like that size. It's a 24. And I like them because they're short. Okay, so let's see. I'm wondering, probably need to use this color twice at least. I wonder if I should do the same pistol stitch here. I don't know. I'm not crazy about the pistol stitch. It doesn't look as nice as I would like it to look. Oh, this needle is not very sharp. Oh my goodness. See if I can get in the hole there. That's one thing about sewing through crochet. It's harder because it's the thick, you know, it's so thick. Come on, gotta stay where you're supposed to be. It's funny when I watch other people sewing, they all have the same issues. The threads, you know, or it's hard to thread, or the thread knots, or the thread breaks, or the needle comes unthreaded. For the best of us, right? The little slow stitch I'm doing with my roosters and houses has been a nightmare as far as stitching, and it's been hard for me to pick it up and work on it because of that fabric or the batting. I think it's probably the batting because I've never used this. It was an Amazon type brand, and I've always used Warm and Natural in all my quilting. And I don't think they had Warm and Natural online. And I can't remember why Hobby Lobby didn't have it in a small piece, like a baby size, that I needed. I didn't want to buy a whole queen or king at this point. Just wanted a little bit. Okay, so there's those. Now let's see. On this one, let's do sort of a light pink maybe there. I don't know. It doesn't have to be matchy-matchy, right? This is not light pink. This is, I don't know, medium. This is light. Do I want that one instead? I think I like this. I think I've used this a lot. I think it's a DMC too. It feels like a 12 weight though, but I think I've used it a lot of times. All right, so let's do on this, let's do a blanket stitch around it just to make it a little different. So let's start at the top, and I think you can go either way around if you want, but I'm just going to go this way and make sure my thread is, the first stitch is always the hardest. Let's go through here, make sure we got that loop caught. All right, yeah, I'll go this way. And then come in. So I can't bend my needle. I wonder if I should put some, I don't have any glue. Let me just get a pen to secure this for a minute, because it's moving on me. Come back up and make sure your loop is coming out the center. Just do this. Okay, that's good. Pull it. And if you just always pull your thread to this side or whichever way you're going, then it's going to always get in the loop the right way. I'm in camera. And if you can't see me stitch and you want to watch the stitching, just zoom in. That's what I have to do. A lot of people, I can't really see how they're stitching, so I will zoom in, and it gives you a closer up picture. If you're watching on a phone or iPad or something, or a tablet. On the TV or computer, I think you can enlarge on the computer. I'm not sure. I just use the iPad most of the time when I'm wanting to see something up close. Other times I watch on TV, so you can't do that on TV. And I can't read even the writing on the TV, like, you know, it has the name of the people that are in it or whatever. I can't read all that at all. And I used to I couldn't ever watch TV, and like if they used part of the show where they showed a text message on the phone and you were supposed to be able to read the text message so you knew what was going on, but I could never read them because I just couldn't read that small, that writing. There we go. No way you could get all the way around. See, it still moved on me. Darn, I may have to take that out. And we'll see when it gets all done. But anyhow, so then I had cataract surgery, and I was so excited because I could see them again. I could read what was on TV. And then I had the other eye surgery, and now I can't see it anymore. So I can't win. But it was sure nice when I could. I used to have an antique store years ago, and well, it was like a thrift store, more thrift than antiques, but we acquired a lot of antique stuff, and so people used to come in for the antiques more than the thrift. I used to think it was kind of like an upscale thrift store because it wasn't full of clothes and no toasters or any of that. Unless it was vintage, then we would take it. But you know, just miscellaneous appliances and all that we didn't take. And somebody brought in a box of stuff they wanted to sell, and we used to do that all the time. We didn't even know what was in it, but if we saw something that we thought would be worth $20 or something, we would go ahead and tell them, yeah, we'll give you this or that. And one time there was a antique pair of glasses in one of the you know, the boxes that we bought, and I thought, oh, for fun, I just put them on my head, on my face, and looked through them, and I said, I can see. And those glasses, I don't know, I guess they were prescription, but I could see. I couldn't see before. I didn't even know that I couldn't see. You know how you don't know that you can't see because it's the way everything looks. And so I took it to the eye doctor because I was going to wear these little vintage old glasses around. And I took it to the eye doctor, and I said, I want a pair of glasses exactly like this prescription. And he did it. I didn't know they could do it. Okay, so let's see. We got one going over here. Oh, you guys, I don't know. I like the yo-yos without anything around them. But yeah, I'm not real crazy about the look of that. I think I'll just go and do the pistol stitch. Can't think of another stitch that would... I guess I could just like do some French knots to hold them. And, you know, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. What's the worst that can happen? Normally, I would put like a button or something in the middle, or a bead in the middle of it, but I didn't think this one called for beads. I don't know. getting afternoon time. I'm starting to yawn. All right, let's see. If I want to do French knots, now we're going through that crochet cotton again. Okay. And I tacked all this down to all the doily. I didn't mention that. So if I come up, if I do a French knot, I would have to like do it on this side. Otherwise it's just going to be buried in that hole. So I could do just if I can remember how, figure 8, like a colonial knot. I don't want that in there. Okay, let's see. Let's do 4. I don't think I want them in the hole, but come on. I think I went right through the same spot. Oh yeah, you can't even see them. Okay, well I don't know how to get it to look right in that center part. So I guess I'm going to have to do the pistol stitch. I'm just going to leave those in there because it won't hurt. Try to stay on screen here. Boy, this is kind of shabby looking. I'm not doing so good today. I'm gonna have to look for some different ways to stitch down yo-yos. There's probably all kinds of ways. But I like this stitch, and I always did like the blanket stitch around the edges. Let's see if I trying to get closer to the center. So if I decided to do the quilt that Karina's going to do, I thought, you know, I wouldn't be doing those every Sunday because I should be able to start it in one Sunday and then continue to work on it, because I think it's a whole month for one part of the quilt. Be like this is basically how big the quilt blocks would be. I think they're 15 by 17 or something. I'm not quite sure. I feel like something's a little loose, so I'm just gonna pull it up. And then if you don't have very much string left, and you can't do like the knicker knot like I do, just take the tail end of your needle and run it in backwards, and then that makes a knot. I use the knicker knot. It's probably the same thing, but I just feel like I'm getting a better knot. All right, so I've got a couple more of these to do. How much time have I spent? Oh, I can't see the, looks like 40 some minutes. All right, I kind of wanted to see how this blue was going to look. And this one here, I think I'm going to cut off here because it's going to go out into the seam. This is where I'm going to sew down, I think. Let's see. Come on, thread. This is, I don't know, 503. Ammo? I don't know where I got those. 503. That's the same color as DMC. 503. The same green, but it's not DMC. Must be a knockoff kind of. Feels good. Okay, so I'm just gonna start in here, and I'm wondering if I want to just do a overcast and not a blanket stitch. Just do an overcast. And I don't think I want a running stitch because this is a raw edge. And this needle is, ouch, too big for this to go through. I'm going to see if I can do very small stitches. just going on the outside of the design and then back to the inside and go across and back to the outside. And to the inside. Outside. I don't know, I saw this technique on this, doing it this way. I've never done that. I've always, you know, kind of did like a whip sort of stitch, but I like this because it keeps all of them in a straight, you know, they're all kind of straight. Not all of them, but the majority are. And it's moving on me. Probably need to that's one thing about fabric, it tends to move. I'm not going to be able to go through that, so go straight down. So this will be fun to do tonight. I'll sit here and do all this ribbon. And then decide if I like how the yo-yos look. I don't like that one for sure. And I don't know if it's because the yo-yo is lighter than the other ones. So that could be why. So if that's the case, I'm going to have to find these pieces of fabric again that I used. I took a bunch of my fabric. I was going to bring that over and show you. If you watched K3N, Catherine's channel, Catherine or Kathleen, I'm not sure. Anyway, she did what it's called bundling her fabrics. And so she stacks them all up by size, you know, like medium size type pieces, not, you know, things that are more than a fat quarter, but not as small as 2 inches. And she tied them all together in these, made these little bundles. And I did it, and I probably have maybe 15 bundles of colored fabrics that are in the same colorway. So like all the reds, things that are pink, maybe there's red in there too, but it's pink mostly, green and yellow and blues. And so now if I need something to go with this, I just have to go over there and get that one bundle and know that that's all I have of it. That's it. It's in that bundle. So it's a really, I don't know what, when she did that, I don't know what, just kept on going the wrong, yeah, I don't know. But I'm sure if you go to her channel, you can find it. And I can try to put her link in my description. If you haven't seen her, if you're new to this slow stitch world, come on. I don't have my needle puller over here. All right. So I'm just going to go to here because I have to decide what I want to put at the bottom before I sew down the bottom of this. Okay, so I'm going to stop there, and really can't see too much of it, but so that's all around there. I think it looks okay. I think it'll look good compared to doing white. I don't know. I do a lot of second guessing, but yeah, I like these. They're fine. It's this one I'm not happy with. So I'm going to take that one out, and I think I'm going to find a fabric that is in that same color tone instead of the whitish, too much white. So, and I didn't do any thread painting in the leaves. There's just this couple. There's a little out here. I'm sorry, I don't mean to yawn. I'm not bored. I don't know. So I can make that work in there if I bring it down, but I think if I just cut it, it will look fine wherever it goes. Okay, let's see. Where's that butterfly? I wonder what I do with the butterfly. Lost in the crowd here. Butterfly. Oh. These little flowers, but they're like too pink. I like this green, this minty green, because it goes with that. I might just put one of those there. I'm going to pin that on just because I kind of like that. Maybe I'll crochet a flower for down here. Let's check my crochet threads and see if I have a variegated one that's got the greens in it. I don't know what happened to the butterfly. Okay, I was just going to lay it up here and see if I still like it or not. These are the white ones. I don't know how I lose things. Don't know. It's got to be somewhere. It's probably on the floor. Yep, there it is. Let's see how it... Take off my glasses so I can see. I wonder. I don't know. Maybe it would look better if it's sitting out here. I really liked it out here. That's where I had it in the first place, but I felt like it might be off balance, but no, I think it's okay. Okay, that's another one I'll have to decide whether or not I want to do. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And I know I didn't do any, anything really, really special, but it's the process, and I only have this 1 hour a week to do a video, so I try not to do too much off camera. I mean, I did all the what do you call it, painting, thread painting, but it wasn't my cup of tea. I just don't care to do it. I don't mind doing that stem stitch though. Just running up the colors. Like here, I could have filled all this in so that it would, be more solid, but I wanted to get going and moving on to something else. So I didn't do it. Okay, have a great day, and I'll see you next Sunday. Or if you're watching my channel for journaling, I'll see you very soon. Thank you. Bye.